welcome, and sorry for the wait, because, like, I forgot how, finicky, Final Fantasy VII was, like, turned on a PC, because, like, apparently, like, it's stuck on an aspect of, like, 4.3, which is fine if you're playing, like, you know, on a screen, but, like, considering how my, like, OBS stuff is, like, it makes the game look way more smaller than it's supposed to be, like, well, I mean, visually, and it kind of looks a little bit weird, so I had to emergency grab, VII, which is more or less a mod manager for like, the PC version that really enhances, like, you know, some stuff like changing music, changing, models, and even, like, improving the aspect ratio, like, they can either stretch it or make it go to full screen. But, of course, it does make the game kind of weird, per se, because originally it's 4.3, which, when I played on my cousin's PSP, it was sort of full screen, but, I mean, the screen wasn't, like, you know, big as sorts. Yeah, I just had to, like, you know, roughly, like, sort of make sure that everything was, working fine with, both how it looks and, like, how it sounds, because apparently, like, I found out, like, well, Game Catcher works for the Steam version, it does not work with Sound. I had to use, Window Catcher and, like, make the capture method, like, you know, proper. Yeah, it's kind of a bit weird. And I did try to change up music, but, like, it just did not want to, so I'll just stick with using, the original music that's right there. But yeah, the only thing that's gonna be changed up is just the aspect ratio, like, being bigger than what it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's gonna be the only thing that's gonna be involved. Like just the aspect ratio being bigger, since, like, it is gonna be smaller on OBS. And then out of the way, so to go ahead and, like, get started with revisiting, like, the very first Final Fantasy VII, like, that ever went into 3D, because, ironically, 6 was planned to, like, have a 3D port, like, for the PSP, I mean, the PlayStation 1, but it got, like, axed out. But some elements did, like, make a return 7, which honestly makes you curious over, like, you know, what would the Final Fantasy 6, like, would look like in 3D properly. Let's go ahead and start it. You know, hopefully I've made sure I've, like, yeah, window capture the audio. Alright, everything should be good to go. Now, since I am using, 7th Heaven, like, the like, boot is gonna be a bit differently. Boot's gonna come out different. Alright, hopefully it's coming out, like, clear. You know, it's kind of interesting, this prelude, because, like, I think... yeah, 6 had a different approach to its opening, and, like, this harkens back to, I think, yeah, it harkens back to the first one, because the second one had, like, you know, a more cinematic theme. And I'm just gonna let this play out because, man, like, major props to these guys that, like, absolutely brought to the like, 3D realm. Yeah, this game, man, like, I'm already hours, like, just exploring and finding everything I can, because, like, I mean, that's usually what all RPGs are, but Final Fantasy VII was really something else, because you pretty much had free reign over, like, where you need to move. Well, back then, like, there wasn't any omnidirectional movement. You were still using the D-pad, but you had 8 directional movement now, instead of, a solid 4 directions. You know, to improvise, like, you know, a bunch of stuff, like, battles were, like, a little bit more dynamic. The world and characters look a little bit more expressive, even though back then it was, like, pre-rendered, like... because, I mean, 3D was still early on, and not everything could be polygons, like, 100% polygons and models, like, just yet. And it's still kind of crazy that this was planned for, like, you know, the 64, but, like, well, of course that was with the, like, a CD expansion, like, planned before, like, well, Nintendo Sony split off. But, I mean, it's still kind of crazy just, you know, years later we have this on the Switch. And then again, like, it wasn't the only time that Final Fantasy crossed over, like, got on Nintendo, because, like, there was, like, the 3 and 4 ports for a DS, which kind of made things very differently, because they were 3D, and the 4th one even had voice acting. At least, both the DS and PSP version, the PC versions have, like, a voice acting, which, honestly, like, really changes the narrative of some of the scenes, like the character deaths and the story beats. And of course, this game, like, you know, I think it wasn't until Final Fantasy X that actually had proper voice acting, and basically in the case of 1 through 9, you have to, like, you know, put in your own narrative, like say the voices, like, you know, in your head, or like, if you want to, like, you know, have a little fun, like, you know, speak about yourself. Yeah, and I'm not gonna run through the whole game, I'm just gonna go through, well... Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the whole game, I'm just gonna go through the... I'm just gonna go through, like, Sorry. I'm just gonna go through, like, I'm just gonna go through, like, just gonna go through, like, the main story, like... The side quests, not too much, because, well, it's kind of wonky. So let's actually go ahead and get started. New game. Yeah, my bad for the long wait. I realized I was recording the wrong output. I wasn't recording the window catcher. I was recording my playlist. Bit stupid there. Seriously, when you start the game, like, you know, you just have this big open star field around you, wondering, like, you know, what's gonna happen here. Yep, we're introduced to one of our main characters here. And I really love this reveal because it literally just shows, like, you know, where we're starting off, like this really, really big city here. And even if you aren't aware of the story, like, you can just see the scope. And there's our title. And I really do like how Final Fantasy, like, you know, sort of incorporates the logo to the story. Like, one with the warrior, 2 with Furion, 3 with the Warriors of Light, 4 with Cecil and Kain. And this one, having a meteor as a picture, which will be relevant, but, well, really late. You can see right here, like, yep. There's mostly just gonna be, like, polygons maneuvering around, like, 3D rendered backgrounds. But it has a pretty nice charm. Alright, and we are in control of this character. Definitely important to check these guards, because they all carry potions. And unfortunately, we're now faced with combat. Whoops, I didn't mean to target myself there. Yep, that can happen if you're not careful. Okay, let's actually aim for the guard this time instead of myself like a dummy. Alright, there we go. We taking care of both of them, apart from accidentally cutting myself. Alright, we have leveled up. And we'll take that one potion there. Alright, let's meet up with these three. But apparently we're something called X-Soldier. Yep, we could actually name our main character, but we're gonna stick with the main like default name, Cloud. Yeah, you can honestly tell like Cloud's attitude right now. And we're supposed to go to the North Macro Reactor. Trust issues from Barrett. Alright, where's the reactor? Alright, let's get moving. Unfortunately, we're gonna be now encountering random battles here. A different enemy type. Yeah, unfortunately, we are gonna be sort of in the weak department. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't one-shot these things. Ow. There they go. If I have the screen, like, it gets weird, like, if a random battle happens, because, like, that's like I do to try and fit it within the screen here. Not having black bars on the sides. Alright. We're in the reactor. Alright, now got Barrett in our party now. Alright. Now talk to them to open up these doors here. Of course, the game doesn't incentivize you to explore because right here's a chest we could open up for Phoenix Town. Handy if somebody faints. Alright, let's go in here. Elevator. Sure thing, Jesse. Down we go. It's apparently like an alternate version of fossil fuels. It was apparently we're working for environmentalists as well. Yep, something like that. Yep, we're going down, down, down. Yep, here's our stop. Hey, we gotta follow Jesse now. Ah, yes, this battle theme. Perhaps gonna be the random encounter theme. And the victory theme, too. And we're gonna start it more nostalgia than this. Now, before we go on, I want to configure some stuff. Whoops. I wanted to, like, do this. There we go. Now, like, now now if we enter combat and our gauge is full, then, like, time pauses for everyone, so that way, like, I can take my time in, like, deciding who I wanna hit first. Though I don't think it took effect. Yeah, I don't think it saved the like settings, so I gotta check up on that again. Yeah, what wait's supposed to do is supposed to stop enemies in place. Okay, I guess it is set on wait. In here. Yeah, the button inputs are kind of wonky, but they're mostly translatable well to the controller. You know, my AMBs are messed up. Got a potion. And just a reminder, like, to keep going down ladders like this. And you gotta go this way. There's a button that lets you tell, like, you know, if there's gonna be something interactable, like... Yeah, if you press, like, select, it'll tell you, like, you know, what you can interact with along with your character if you're lost. Alright, we got a save point. So now we can, save our game. Let's, I keep forgetting A and B are mixed up. And this game has a lot of save files for you to mess around with it. Let's heal off the rough damage we took. Okay, let's keep going. Up. Enemy encounter. Okay, so it's when you do a selection is when time stops. Yeah, so when you make a selection is when time stops. As I can see right here, like, Cloud's gauge is stopped. This mostly helps if you want to, like, you know, maneuver around the menu in peace. But no, it will only work if you, like, are setting a command. If you aren't setting a command, then the battle flow will just happen regularly. But again, personal preference if you want to have it be, like, active or waiting. I mostly prefer waiting because later on, the game can be crazy with the menu. Okay, we picked up some materia, and we arrived at the main core. Looks like we gotta set off a bomb. Though, oddly... That's weird. Okay, that's set up. But uh-oh. Apparently tripped up an alarm. And we face off against our first boss of the game. Guard Scorpion. Now, this game does handle magic pretty good. Hey, time to use a limit break. Yep, big damage incoming. Now, it's important to note, like, pretty early on, like, machine type monsters are really weak to electric damage. So be sure to use Bolt on them, which is this game's version of Thunder. that definitely hurts. Alright, time to use our limit. I'll use another limit break. Yeah, we're definitely doing good damage to it. Okay, now this part is definitely important. Yeah, Cloud will tell you, like, a bit weirdly, like, don't attack when its tail is up, otherwise it will do a devastating counterattack. But it won't attack as well. So you're free to just wait till its tail, like, it goes back down. Alright, the tail is down. Let's repeat our actions. By the way, what Search Scope does, it more or less like it more or less increases the accuracy of it more or less increases the accuracy of this boss here to hurt you. I think I might need to use a potion. Oh, never mind. Beat the boss. Alright, Barrett's caught up with us. And he dropped a weapon. However, unfortunately, the bomb's ready, so now we gotta leave this place in 10 minutes. And unfortunately, like, random battles will eat up our time. And unfortunately, we got stuck with the back attack. So that means they got a first hit on us. Yeah, it's definitely important you do not waste time when a countdown happens. Okay, we cleared them away. I think I might need to use a potion after all. Okay, another level. And let's at least save so that we don't have to face the boss again. Alright. Oh, there's a save. Let's get going. Now, it's really important that you retrace your steps for this. Okay, up this ladder. Whoops. Uh-oh, looks like Jesse's in trouble. Better go ahead. After this random encounter. Oh, jeez. 5 versus 2. This is definitely gonna eat up time. Okay, at least Cloud can now one-shot them. At least Cloud can now one-shot the big... At least Cloud can now one-shot the blue ones. And thankfully these guys are kind of weakish. Well, except for when they use magic. Alright, just a little more. Okay, we have 8 minutes left. Save Jesse. Alright, now let's actually get out of here. Okay, we gotta climb up the stairs and get back to the elevator. Okay, up we go. Through here, and up this way. Okay. I'll operate the elevator. You think we don't have to wait an extra page of waiting? Alright. I gotta talk to the right order to open doors again. Okay. That's the last door. Let's get out of here. Uh-oh, after one more enemy encounter. got hit by a laser. Thankfully, it's weak. One more gun blast. Alright, let's get out of here. The timer is out to 0, and if you're still in the area you're trying to get away from, it's a game over. Whoops. Alright, now that we successfully escaped, the timer is like now nulled. Oh, gotta see Jesse again. And the bomb goes off. 1 out of 8, apparently. Yep, we need another bomb because, well, we're caved in. And now we're out. The wedge is a little bit toasted. And we gotta go to Sector 8. Hey, better follow Barrett then. And yeah, we arrived to the place during the opening, but yep, that explosion definitely caused a lot of damage surrounding everything. And I better tell him to get out. Well, may as well follow. And drop the potion. Avalanche. Now let's keep going. Uh-oh. Let's fight them later. Uh-oh, more. And if you don't pick an option, you'll automatically fight them, and, well, we're surrounded now. But thankfully, we are above the train line, and we arrived just in time. Sayonara, suckers. Alright, now we shift over to inside the train. Anyways, you can't fight them, but they'll just give out, experience and Guild of Cloud only, and, it's only just grunts, you're not gonna get that much out of it. So you can just skip it if you want to. Now, it is kind of a bit funny how Cloud just happens to, enter in the right car tunnel, and in the right train car. And that's and smug about it. Which even Barry mentions. It's a little funny, sort of on, squares are literally, covered up. Just by random, characters. And looks like we need to move forward. Alright, let's get moving. And it seemed really incentivizes, like, well... You're safe right now. Yep, we're apparently working for alleged terrorists. You want to progress? Talk to Jesse. An explanation about the train here. Apparently this place is divided into two. Yep, 8 reactors in total. Yep, and here's the security area. Sometimes if you try to explore around here. Looks like they fell asleep and, oh, Barrett will automatically, like, you know, tell us. Like, interact with us. Not exactly floating. Yep, apparently things are not equal here in Midgar. There's people on the top, like, you know, get to experience the 5 theories of life. While the bottom, well, sadly is suffering. Yep, FMB time. And it does mean true, because they literally can't see the sky thanks to the plate. Alright, we are back in the overworld. We're still in Midgar, just, you know, now we can move, like, out of the train now. Gotta let him maneuver. Now you're supposed to follow them, like, you know, back to the hideout. But if you want to, like, you know, grind a little more, like, there's an area over here on the right that'll, like, get you some extra train if you want to. More or less a train graveyard of sorts. But it's better to do it, like, after this day. Hey, there's something down there, but we can't get to it yet. This is one of the pillars mentioned. And it's mentioned that, like, should the pillar be in trouble, then, like, well, the result will not be pretty. Apparently it's for every sector. And then, here's a save point. Let's save our progress. Okay, let's head over this way. That's a bit of a rude way to, like, evict everyone out. I mean, it makes sense because it's the hideout. Yeah, you don't have to talk to everybody, like, it's more or less like, you know, a one-time thing. Okay? And let's introduce to another main character here. Tifa. Man, her theme is really nice. In order to progress here, you gotta, like, leave the door here. That bear will just come rushing in. Apparently, he's a father. And their meeting place is actually pretty ingenious. Literally under the bar using a pinball table. Alright, let's chat with Tifa. Let's go hard. You gotta follow him down. And we did just go through a reactor's worth of enemies. Right. Okay. Yeah. Alright, now here comes a little bit of a funny scene here. Ah, man, like, this game has some quirky humor. Unfortunately, you can't talk to pigs like lying on the floor. Oh, but Tifa comes in. Yep, apparently he's not like caring for anything. Hey, let's go back up. Let's try and leave the door. Yep, Tifa's coming in. Yep, apparently Tifa's a childhood friend. Yep, we look back into their childhood. While the expressions are still, you can like, you know, sort of, and you can't sort of like, you know, like make up in your head like expressions of sorts. And we see them as kids. Yep, apparently he wanted to join Soldier. That name's getting important later on. Yeah, if you're wondering where he went, he just sort of like went around to climb up higher on the well. And yep, there's the promise. So Cloud apparently is a little bit clueless. But seems to understand the gist. Little shooting star to cap it all off. And Bear just climbs up without the elevator. And there's the payment, 1,500 gil. But Cloud is apparently being a bit greedy-ish. For double the amount. Though it's a bit ironic considering, like, you know, you can get gil for, like, you know, fighting monsters. And selling stuff. And we've received our first rest stop. Alright, and we hear Avalanche's steam. Let's head back up. Yep, we're apparently gonna have Tifa with us. I'm gonna go to Sector 5 instead of going down in numerical order. Ah, yes. Materia, like, turns this game like a version of magic. Which it can be pretty cool, like, you know, to play around with. Yep. Yeah, the inputs are kind of weird. Yep, pretty much every weapon and armor has their own, like, their own slots. If you can pick out any material you have on your person. And Chuck will let you tell, like, you know, what the magic does. So you don't have to do it, like, you know, in battle. And that's how you can quickly remove it. Yeah, this is definitely important right here. Because each material, like, changes stats. So while one aspect might get stronger, another could get weaker. So you do want to be careful with, like, how much material you do, like, equip among your party members. Since too much material can, like, severely affect your, fighting potential. And as you see right there, like, there's other skills, but they're locked. Which, if we want to unlock them, we need to be, like, grinding materia, since after every battle, we get, like, attribute points, which goes towards our materia. And yeah, apparently we're, like, we're made as materia users. Alright, guess we gotta go to the weapon shop. And this is a little bit of like a sub questing here. And since now that we got a party, go ahead and like add in some materia. Let's see what this place is. Definitely important to like make it to your surroundings. In this place here, they offer up items and materia. The item shop, see what's in here. Alright, this here's a weapon shop. Where they sell grenades and a better armor piece compared to what we have right now. And though before we actually go, like yep, we could get better to like the new weapon that we've gotten earlier. Okay, let's set up. Yeah, this here is like how you can learn about the game here. Though you still want to come here since like, you know, you do get like some benefits. A bit of a benefit from doing this, like yep. Materia. Now, let me do not the limit gauge. It will not increase, like, if you're attacking yourself. It will only work when enemies are attacking you. Unfortunately, like, these descriptions here, like, they're for magic that unfortunately is gonna be really late. Does barrier, reflect, like, that kind of stuff is, like, pretty late there. Everybody here, like, it's just here to help you out, like, if this is gonna be your first time playing, like, you know, playing the game of sorts. Yeah, definitely important right there. Save points coming out of nowhere. And you don't want to miss those chests. Alright, let's say our progress now that we have a full party here. Now, something important to do know with Barret, like, you want to move him backwards because he's a ranged attacker, so he will not lose, like, he'll not lose, like, damage. He'll not get a damage reduction if he's, like, behind. Though Cloud or Tifa are behind, then, like, they don't deal as much damage as they would normally do. So, before we leave, let's actually, like, buy some stuff, like, some slightly better armor for everyone. And then let's equip it. And let's sell off the bronze. Yep, now we have another materia slot. Okay, let's sell our materia. And it's definitely important to organize your items, like, you know, as you're buying stuff, otherwise you'll be left with, like, you know, empty gaps. Usually you want to pick field, because that's the fastest way. Now, something I'm gonna do before we go... Now, if you can see this, like, you know, it's linked. So that means, like, if I apply this, then, like, it'll make lightning, like, hit everything instead of, just one enemy. But, of course, since all is, like, level 1, it'll only work once. And I'll give Barret the ice feature, so everyone at least has some magic. Yeah, you can, like, freely explore around, like, if you want to. But you may find something interesting. Ma got a big glitched up right there. Alright. Okay, then. Anyways, for the rest of the story, like, you know, you can go through the train. But if you want to have a little bit of time to grind, like, a little bit better now with the full party, you can head over to the train graveyard, because, yep, over here you'll get some random encounters. And with the full party, like, it should be easier to clean out any enemies here. Because you do want to have at least some increased stats. And of course, like, you shouldn't overgrind too much. And I think I'll probably do this until Tifa's at least level 6, so that way, it'll be a bit easier to, like, not not die as easily. Since as of right now, Tifa's the lowest level. And see right here, we can't explore too much because thanks to debris here, like our area of scope is like pretty limited. Yeah, as you can see here, we only have one place to, like, you know, like make an interaction with, but that just leads us to a roof of a train. And then again, like, you're pretty free to, like, you know, just use this place if you want. Oh, come on, Tifa. That was right there. And the cool thing is that, like, I think it was, I don't know which one it started, but I think it was 4, like, 4 will, like, let you show, like, if your weapon's been upgraded. No, 7 is the first one that actually, like, you know, shows your weapon in battle, since, like, the only way you can tell if you upgrade your weapon is when your character's already attacking, but, now you can actually see their upgraded weapon. And of course, all those two mods to, like, you know, implement that into the overall, like, for example, like, you have Cloud show, like, his currently equipped Buster Sword. I mean, currently equipped weapon. You can just default to the Buster Sword if you want. Okay, thankfully the smoke isn't that deadly. Yeah, everybody got slightly scratched, but not too much. I think two more battles and Tifa should level up. Whoops. I'm stupid. Yeah, I forgot, like, this game's based on the, like, older version, cause in the latest update for, like, you know, platforms, like, if you press the left stick button, it'll, like, speed the game to 3 times speed. But unfortunately, like, I guess for the aspect ratio of, FFNX, like, it will not, like, do that. I think I have to shortcut that, though. Oh well. But yeah, 3x speed definitely makes the game, like, go by a lot more quicker. Actually, let's go, cause, like, we are gonna reach a level up point here. Let's hop inside the train. Kind of funny how the music, like, you know, continues, like, after this. Yeah, it's kind of weird how he's saying that, like, you know, while facing the camera. And yep, he's being like yeah, but apparently, yep, he definitely hates up Shinra. Alright, we're moving now. It's really cool the environment, like, you know, sort of adjusts itself, too. If you actually see, like, the handle, it's like, swing. Yeah. Now we update security now. So we're not even gonna be on the train that long. Alright, let's talk to Tifa now. Uh-oh. This apparently came in sooner, and unfortunately, yep, we're targeted. So now we gotta get out of here. Yep, now we gotta rush. Yep, because now they're gonna lock down the cars, like, continue on. Alright, level 2. Yep, we gotta run. Hey, we're in car 3 now. Okay, it's definitely important you talk to this guy. Cause he will rob your guild if you're not careful. Alright, we made it to the top now. Okay, you gotta go this way now that moose. Now if you haven't, like, you know, made it across, like, you will, like, you know, exit the train a lot more sooner than expected. It's because... yeah, the further you are, the closer you get, the sooner you get caught, like, the further you are from the reactor. Essentially how this works is that, we're gonna be inside the train tunnels. Alright. Now, something important here, like, you can go backwards, but if you start out this way, like, then you're gonna have to go forwards. But there is a quirk: if you go backwards, you'll encounter an area where you can get, like, you know, sort of endless battles. But of course, you'll still get random encounters here, too. And we got a different enemy type here. And unfortunately, that will cripple our speed. Now, something I realized I should have bought was fire material, because bugs are weak to fire. My bug type enemies are weak to fire. Hey, one more to go. Oof. Alright, here we go. And that should get Tifa and Barret to level up. Yep, double level up. Alright, let's make our way down the tunnel. And we can't go down this way, so we're gonna have to take a detour. Yep, this here's a little bit important. Time to go down. Hey, here's an item. Neater. So we recover our magic if it gets low. Yep, now we're like sort of in between the plate right now. Man, it's definitely important that you, like, you know, slightly explore your surroundings, because you never know if there's any chests around. Hey, let's use bolt to hit everything there. We got 2 machines. Yep. We clear out that group. Yeah, the all materia is definitely handy when needed. Since normally attacking everybody reduces the magic's effectiveness, but if you have it at like a level... But you have it at like the max level, like but in this game, when you use the all materia, like it'll actually, like, you know, be at max effectiveness. And of course, I don't want to burn my magic too often. Hey, that stings, a rocket launcher. Alright, there you go. Destroy the one that was gonna, like, you know, eventually attack us. And I can heal with Tifa. Let's see if there's anything up here, since, like, over there's the way to go. Oh, never mind. It was sort of the same-ish way. And apparently we were caught by, like, well, the wrong ID type. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we have to go to the left in order to progress. Yep, this way. Hey, a save point. Let's interact. Here we got a tent. Now, what tents do, they pretty much, like, fully heal your party. But of course, you can only use these in save points or in the overworld. Which we won't use. So we'll just use a potion and save our progress. Alright, so let's head over here. Yep, we made it to Reactor 5. We've done a conventional route this time. Oop, not different enemies this time. Thankfully, they're not that damaging. Now we gotta take them out one at a time. And running away in this game is kind of finicky, because you have to hold the left and right triggers to, like... Hold the left and right bumpers to, like, you know, get everybody in the running position. Nice, a critical. Okay, 1 minute enemy left to kill. What? That did 0. Okay, there we go. At least that was a kill. Enemies in back row do have a bit more increased defense. Alright, Tifa leveled up. Time to go down. Okay, and the layout's thankfully the same. Like, just gotta go through that door and take down this, then take the stairs down. Still gotta be dealing with enemies on the side. More robots this time, so let's give them a good old zap. take care of the gunner in the back. Now, something important about limits, you can save them, like, by using magic or defending, but you just can't, you know, use regular attacks anymore. Hey, let's heal off the damage we took. Oops, didn't mean to go back up the stairs. I'm gonna keep going down. Alright, there's a save point. Okay, let's save our progress again. Because yeah, you don't want to be too careful. You don't want to be careless with saving. Because a mistake can happen that can really... Because you can do any sort of mistake that can, like, you know, ruin things. Oh, looks like we're having another migraine. But somewhere else this time. You know, it's apparently involving Sephiroth. He's apparently hating them. It's apparently only us that can see this. Now let's place down another bomb. No countdown this time, thankfully. So we're not to race against the clock this time. But we should still leave. More guns. I'm gonna have to hit him again. Now, Tifa's limit break is a little bit more esoteric because, yep, it's a slot machine. And you want to hit the yeah because a hit will just, like, you know, let her do it normally, but doing yeah will do extra damage. Ooh, Barrett's so close to leveling up, just one more point. Now, exiting this Mako reactor is a little bit different from number 1. Like, you'll see what I mean as soon as we hit the elevator. No Jesse to rescue this time. Okay, let's go up. Okay, there's our elevator. We gotta go through this again. Oh, we got a sneak attack. And this can happen like due to a variety of factors, but when you get a sneak attack, it's usually a good opportunity to get like some free hits in. Alright, another level. Okay. Up we go. Okay, it's stopped. Yep. Different area. Let's pick up an ether. Well, the gate, the door's closed, because we need to do something else here. And we gotta push the button at the same time. Yeah, this timing's kind of funny. Like, you have to time it, like, you have to press the, like, confirm button as soon as you see them move. Do it too early or too late, then you're gonna be stuck here. There we go. It doesn't have to be frame perfect, but it has to, like, you know, line up. Hey, the exit's right over there. You know, let's heal to you fully, cause this looks pretty suspicious. Uh-oh. And apparently we're aware of us. Yep. Yep, we haven't run into him inside, and it's the president. Shinra for this. Yep, the music tone definitely changes. That's weird. Kinda weird how he's not reacting as much to the fact that we're blowing this up. Uh-oh. Yep. We got a boss fight incoming. Another machine type. Fortunately, President's gonna get away. Yep, there he goes. Now I gotta face this guy. And this fight's gonna go down a little bit different because it's gonna be two-pronged. Alright. And we got the boss theme of this game. Ooh, that stings. Give Barrett some help. Now, this guy likes to counterattack, like, by either turning around and hitting somebody, or using the rear gun, ability. Big Bomber. Oh, dang, Barrett's definitely getting hurt. He's got his limit lined up. Alright, we've healed him back to full health. Yeah, it's definitely some good damage. Let's capitalize on that. And you gotta make sure not to heal the boss. That would be a mistake. Oh jeez, another big bomber. Yeah, this boss fight can be trouble if you're not, like, if you haven't, like, grinded, like, decently. You definitely gotta heal Barrett again. Those big bombers are definitely strong. And another limit break. Now, something important to note about limit breaks, they take priority, like, when triggered. Oh, dang, he definitely took a lot of damage there, because, yeah. You want to use your specials, like, you want to use limits, like, when he's facing away from you. When he's facing away, like, you'll deal extra damage to the weak spot in his back. But unfortunately, like, battle's ending differently. Yep, blew up and, well, unfortunately... Yep, we're too far away now. Hang on, but unfortunately, yep. An explosion is definitely going to cause us to tumble way, way down. It looks like we haven't died. Oh yeah, who is talking? Yep. Landed in some church. I guess we were pretty lucky. That is interesting to note. There's one area, like, with all the pollution that's, like, possible for life to grow. Now, here you can be hypothetically mean. Yeah. Yeah, you can be mean by picking option 2 or option 2 earlier. Yeah, like, I could have bought a flower from her, like, if I selected the second option at the beginning of the game. Yeah, we have 2. Then we should pick the fire material for those bugs back there. Oh, that's weird. Here it does nothing. You know, I'm not gonna be talking much, but, like, yeah. These story bits are definitely, like, you know, something you just want to, like, you know, immerse yourself into, and yep. Yeah, Eris or Aerith, but I prefer... Hang on, wait. I prefer Aerith. Yeah, default is Eris, but, like, Aerith, like, I feel fits more. I'll do, like, you know, fits into, like, the remakes. Uh-oh. So we got, like, somebody visiting. You know, apparently we're not just aware of them. Well, let's see what they want. Yeah, we gotta talk to Aerith, actually. And apparently Aerith is asking us to be a bodyguard. Well, that's a pretty cheeky offer. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Cloud doesn't know who he is, but just remember just now. Alright, so now we gotta get going out of here. I mean, he already stepped on them. even the soldiers called him out. Since we are separated from Tifa and Bear, like we get their materia. Let's hurt the one that's gonna attack. Now, since Aerith is like default in the back, like, yep, you assume that she's more like for magic instead of offense. You know, let's keep going. Uh-oh. Zip, now here comes a unique quirk. As while you get through normally, unfortunately, Aerith is gonna get separated. Like, right here. Yep. And we can use the barrels to, like, quickly, Aerith. We can use this barrel over here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, depending on your actions here, like, you can have Aerith, like, fight them off, or, like, Aerith to fight them up, or if you use the barrel just right, you can, like, get him to run away. But you gotta be quick, because if you take too long, to decide, like, they will initiate a fight. Thankfully, you only need to do it, like, 3 times. After that, like, you're free. Whoops, you're supposed to go to the left. More hedgehogs. Oh, thankfully a bullet cleared them out. Let's take everything. Here, let's leave this way. Huh. It's interesting. Yeah, apparently they're spies. Yep, another division compared to soldier. Right now we go do some rooftopping. So while we're fasting, thanks to being soldier, unfortunately Aerith is gonna be, well, gonna take a bit of time to catch up to us. And Komalose does a good job. Kind of interesting for Mako. Also to be infused into people instead of it just being for energy. Alright, we are now fully away. And here's the theme for the slums. Okay, I'm gonna go this way now. Let's take a moment to save our progress. Sector 6, so let's go this way. Alright, we made it to a safe area. There's some guys stuck in the pipe. And there's a market here. Let's see. I'm feeling out of it. A number. Wonder what that means. Let's actually buy fire materia this time. Yeah, just to have like the base elements covered. And then over here is just base items, which we're fine with right now. Interesting philosophy. Top drawer and bottom one. I have something hidden. Nah, I don't want to be that mean. Yeah, you can be kind of mean to steal 5 gil. That's no interest Rexa, but over here is another like something here. Yep, it's a weapon shop. And I can't upgrade my bangle like let's do that. From iron to titan. We'll sell the bronze and keep the remaining like iron. That's my bad. I keep mixing up my B and A. Oh, this is definitely Earth's house. Okay, let's save our progress again. let's explore around, because I spy material over there. And an item, too. Okay, we got an ether. And cover materia. And this one's a different color, actually. Let's check it out. Purple, like, pretty much what purple is, like, it'll provide, like, you know, a passive benefit. Like, for this one, like, it'll let us, like, block off damage from, like, if Aerith was attacked, then Cloud will have a 20% chance to block damage. And also to increase our vitality. Now, it's important to note, some material, while it can be bought, there's others that you can only find in the overworld. And find in the overworld or as rewards. So you want to make sure, like, you know, you don't sell it off accidentally. Just denying it, and apparently Aerith is not, like, taking it. Okay, Cloud. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna go right away after that encounter with the Turks. Interesting words. Well, now I gotta sleep off the day. And the guest room is, like, to the left of us. Very strange dream sequence here. That must be Cloud's mother. Now, it's important that you don't run, because if you run, then Aerith will, like, hear you. So you just want to walk slowly downstairs. But when you reach downstairs, you're free to run normally again. Okay, let's save our progress. Okay, let's get going to Sector 7 now. Uh-oh. And apparently Aerith, like, had the same idea as us. Yep, we're gonna have to have her come with us. Just making sure she still has the materia. Yep, this area is treacherous. Uh-oh, a hell house. And it seems that thankfully Aerith is in the back, so she takes a little bit less damage. He did the suicide drop, which pretty much just like took off its shell so that way like it'll attack us slightly. It's meant to use an item and meant to attack here. Yeah, hell houses, you want to be careful with them because they are pretty sturdy. Hey, thankfully died to some magic. $200 that's a lot of money. It's definitely important to learn how to plan your route out here. Yeah, I kind of got a bit lost on where to go exactly. Ah, jeez, here if it's getting criticaled in the face, I'm gonna have to waste time to heal. Alright. Yeah, definitely should have put the whole material on Aerith. And it's just a bug over there. Get rid of this enemy. Cloud is really in trouble. And considering push only does 100, Cure should be better. There we go. We're supposed to go this way, but the pole's not positioned properly. Like, we're supposed to use that, like, that crane over there to move it. Theon could serve, like, Aerith's magic here. Ooh, nice weave. I think one more hit should remove, like, the first stage. Hey, there we go. We got Aerith's limit break this time. Alright, and it's a healing one this time. Alright, we're fully healed. And another limit break to go. Alright, there we go. Beat to smithereens. Alright, got a level. No, we're not supposed to do anything with the crane. We're just supposed to, like, you know, bite the pole up and then, like, continue further. Oh my gosh, what's with these houses? They keep popping up! Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to keep burning magic because Aerith is not meant for physical combat. But there should be like a house to rest in, like, up ahead. Now it's using suicide drop a little bit more frequently, without the shell this time. Oops, didn't mean to use Cure. Oh geez, that hurts. Let's heal and use Braver. Yeah, these hull houses are definitely strong. Especially if you haven't been upgrading armor. Yeah, let's keep going. Alright, we're out of the hazard area. Yeah, so we're gonna take a little bit of a breather here. And at this little playground over here. Hey, time to climb up. Yeah, ranks. The variable is aware of somebody else that's also 2 first class. Huh. Wait, that looks like Tifa. This we better follow. And apparently Earth is having some of the ideas. Some sort of idea to follow along. Well, we're gonna have to chase her. You think this little shed would have something, but nope. This is the way to Sector 7, but it's locked. Yeah, let's squeeze up here. And this looks like this should be Wall Street. Like mentioned earlier in Sector 6. I mean, well, Sector 5 where Eric's house was. Yeah, we should get some sleep, since we did burn a lot of material. We did burn a lot of mana. Thankfully, it's pretty cheap, 10 gil. Hey, is there anything else in the hidden we could interact with? Nothing. Well, time to head back out. This is a weird establishment here. That's Johnny. A bunch of drunkards. Did they know Tifa? Well, now I know where Tifa is. Look around. Item shop. There's no one. Let's see what this is. Okay then. Well, that was a waste. This is the actual item shop. And they're selling a little bit more, like curative for poison, silence, darkness. And then pretty much like hyper and what Sadness and Fury does, it affects your like limit break gauge. Like Sadness makes you take less damage but fills your gauge slower. Fury fills the gauge faster but you take more damage. Okay, here's a save point. Let's save our progress. Pharmacy coupon. Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah. Let's have a special. Okay, 70 gil. And we can use this at the... and we'll get something we can use at the pharmacy later. You can be mean by saying dog food. Alright, and like that's the only like coupon you get though. So you can't get more by doing just one. Alright, so let's talk to them. Now, it's important to know, like, the options here. Let's go to digestive. See what's in here. And they're closed. Let's see over here. That's a boutique, apparently, from it. Okay, let's keep going up. Apparently they're getting stuff like from the sky, apparently. This is like a gym. Machine gun, this looks like a weapons shop. Okay, Air can get a better weapon. Tifa too, but we don't have Tifa with us on hand. Okay, a better bangle that adds extra like extra defense, and it's also too like linked. So yeah, we'll give Aerith an upgrade. To the Mythril Rod and a Mythril Amulet. We will remove the all. Put in fire as the all link. If I had another all, I could like link restore to it, so that way like that way it could like, you know, heal everybody in the party instead of just one at a time. We'll sell the iron, and keep the guard stick for now. Let's organize. Okay. See what's in here. Another pub. Another pub. We got the digestive. That could probably help. Alright, there we go. We got a key item for it, too. Now, the other two options might have given us something else, but digestive is probably the best option you can pick out of it. There's something over here. I think it says... Yeah, I'm not sure what that graffiti says. Well, here's the north area. There's the mansion where we need to go for Aerith. I mean, like, Atifa. And yeah, this area is definitely a bit dangerous. No, dangerous for women. Unfortunately, we can't get access, but Aerith has... Yeah, that quirky idea, like, we're gonna have to do it if we want to actually, like, safely, like, you know, get inside. We're going, like, just as we are, like, we're definitely gonna need some things in order to, like, blend in properly. Yeah, looks like we need to find his dad. We gotta go to the bar, like, up here. There he is. Huh, apparently that's the case. Let's take option 2. Or both. You know, let's head back to the clothing store. And the M silk dress. Yeah, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to try it on. Yep, we need our key item. Yep, we need to go to the gym for that. Yep, we're gonna have to go to the gym up there now. And I'll talk to this lady over here. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to do a little competition here. Involving squats. Alright, we gotta do a routine here. Yep. V1, V2, V3. Yeah, I want to practice a bit because these inputs are definitely not registering to control. So let's see here. Let's... Okay. X, A, B. Yeah. You have to do this for like 30 seconds if you want to like beat them. I was just messing up because like I was pressing the end motion instead of the start motion. All right, here we go. Yeah, the computer will mess up like to give you at least an edge. All right, 19. Damn. Damn, what a punch. Alright. We got everything we needed. Dress in the wig. Yeah, let's go ahead and save our progress, like, now that we got everything on our person. Alright. Oh, time to change. Yep, we're definitely doing this. Yep. And for those two gotta like dress nice too. Apparently she picked something that they didn't. Yep, Cloud's just exacerbate. Cloud's just done at this point. Now, something unique, like since Cloud is like a differently dressed, like the interactions with characters will be different. Like interactions with some NPCs will change. Like, and you can do something funny at the honeybee and like back there if you're dressed up. But it's a little bit like funny. It's a little bit weird. Anyways, now that we've been dressed up proper. Yep. We're now in the mansion. Okay, let's go ahead and find Tifa. Yeah, that's the office. Out there. There's a door over here. All the way down to a basement of sorts. Okay. Where's Tifa? Though, yeah, Cloud is definitely gonna feel like a major embarrassment right here. Huh, apparently Tifa saw us. Yep. Yep, Arif, like I told us, brought us out here. And, like, now we're gonna figure out why Tifa's here in the first place. So there was somebody strange, and you're related to Don Cornero. Ah. So apparently, like, we're gonna have to be involved in this choice here. Uh-oh. Well, we hope we won't be able to leave now. Yep, unfortunately we're gonna have to be involved in this. So before we go, let's pick up the stray ether. Okay, let's get back up. Yeah, before we go, let's do some equipment changing. And just have Tifa a little bit of magic. Well, let's go in. There is Don Cornell. Now, here's a cool thing, like, depending on the choices you made earlier, like, picking the medicine, the dress, and the wig, it'll determine Don Cornell's choice. Doesn't have any impact on the story, but it does affect, like, you know, what happens next. Let's see his choice. Picked Arif. And we're gonna be left with his lackeys. Hey, hope Arif can hold him off. Alright, now this sequence does not happen if you're chosen. And if Cloud is chosen. If anybody else got picked, then you're gonna have this sequence happen. Uh-oh, I'm glitching somebody out of existence. Yeah, talk to this guy, and... Yep. You'll trigger this. Yep. We got a fight incoming. And thankfully these enemies are just like, you know... Thankfully these enemies are just light work. But yeah, you don't get this encounter if you go, like, if you get picked for Don Cornero. Don Cornero, it'll just, like, skip straight to something else. Yeah, this is pretty much just light work. Two waves of 3 enemies, that's it. And unfortunately, Tifa got separated from us. And we are taking a bit of pot shots. Jeez, this guy's double tapping us. And he didn't die because, like, he's all the way in the back. Now, usually for enemies in the back, you want to either use, like, you want to use magic or a ranged weapon to hit them. Alright, let's slice this guy up good. Dude, he survived a critical. Alright, now we are free to access our menu again. Hey, there's Tifa. You know, well, we can go... Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go for Aerith because, like, while I would have gotten Tifa her upgraded weapon, we're gonna have to just go straight. Hey, to go to the back room over here. I gotta help her. Just in time. Yeah, this scene does play out a little bit differently, like, if Cloud is chosen. Also, too, Aerith. And also, if Tifa's chosen, too. Now it's interrogation time. Apparently was worried to find Bear by the description. That's interesting. What is Shinra up to? Wait, what does that mean? They're gonna break it? Oh shoot, that is not good. As pretty much what that means is that they're gonna just literally crush the whole plate, crush the whole, like, a sector. Okay, what is he telling us now? Ah, shit. Well, we got trapdoored here. And now we got a scene shift. And that must be the guy that hired the mole. There's President Shinra again. Looks like the Turks are involved. And apparently it looks like not everybody's on board the plan, but it looks like people are not listening. I mean, people in the higher positions don't care. Like this Reeve guy, apparently. They're gonna pin that on us. Well, we're right now in the sewers. You gotta check on them. What's that? Yep, we got a boss fight. Against this big thing. Oh, we got sewer watered in the face. He looks like this guy's weak to fire. This guy's doing sewer tsunamis. Thankfully, it's hurting him like as much as it's hurting us. Better cure Cloud. Alright, more burning. And Tifa's that limit break now. Let her attack and send it. There we go, got ya. Now that'll deliver extra pain. Hey, let's heal Tifa. Another sewer tsunami. Alright, use Braver. Burn him up again. This guy's still not going down. There we go. One more toast. More toast and you're out of here. Alright, we got Cross Slash. Take Phoenix down. Alright, we gotta rush to Sector 7 now. Let's check out the limits. Yeah, you can like level up your limit, but like if you keep using a limit like more often than not, like for level 1, like since you use Braver so many times, I got Cross Slash. Do a slight heal and check that item over there. Okay, a free potion. And now we gotta make our way through the sewers here. There's a material right there. Steel. Equip that. Now let's try to rob enemies. Let's go down. Actually, hold up. I think I'm gonna make the material on Tifa instead for stealing. Whoops. Okay, we gotta go this way. You got any to deal with here. Do an AoE. Probably not gonna get a steal. Yeah, that's one gone. Let's try and clear out all the enemies here, and then, like, try to steal command materia. Okay, we got... Alright, one enemy to go. Let's try out the steal materia. And it is a chance-based, like, materia right here. Which, depending on your dexterity and luck, improves your odds to, like, steal something from the enemy. Okay, we leveled up. Let's take the stairs out of here. Alright, we're in the train graveyard, but, well, deeper this time. And Tifa does make a good point here, like, if in order to progress through here, we gotta go through the trains that are lit up. Okay, let's save. And keep on going. You went up that way is for a potion. You gotta go inside the train and out the other way. Whoops. Now we gotta be dealing with ghosts here. They do like to phase if they're attacked like by physical attacks. And they're extra weak to fire. Need one more hit to do it. There we go. There's supposed to be a door leading out that way. Yeah, that's lit up, so we're supposed to go that way, but... Huh. Well, never mind, we're supposed to keep walking along this train here, but yeah. You want to check the barrels here, because they do give out items. Okay, these guys are resistant to fire. See, can we get something? Oh god, oh nice, a free ether. Let's see if we can't get another one. Nope. Oh, that's gonna be good for Aerith. And yeah, they deal a nasty ice. And we got a limit state for the next battle. Okay, let's heal the damage it took. Yep, we gotta go along here. There's a barrel that way. Let's see what's inside it. Okay, echo screen. Supposed to be a way down. Since there are some items there I would like to grab. Alright, let's wait for them to reappear to use cross slash. Let's steal. Darn it, couldn't steal anything. And they vanished like after an attempt. Man, I'm not stealing anything from these ghosts. Oh well. Critical out of your life. Oh, I just realized I could, like, loop around this way. Here's how I can get it. Okay, got a potion. Okay, we gotta climb up this way and climb down that way. That way we can make progress here. Okay, let's go this way. Grab another potion. Alright, we arrived to where we were back then. So we need to move this out of the way first. So... we gotta move the train this way. But still not lined up for us in order to leave here. We gotta move that train over there next. And we gotta grab this one potion hanging out on the side here. Just gotta freeze them up. Oh, never mind. Freezing just heals them. Okay, one more hit to do it. There we go. Okay, air flows up again. Secure cloud. Whoops. Still didn't get the potion. The high potion instead. Okay, let's climb down and push this train over. There we go. Now I can climb across. Oh, we still have to go through more fighting. 3 of them this time. Okay, they're all hitting Cloud. Let's burn this guy and cross-slash the guy back there. Alright, another cross-slash. Multiple hits. There we go. Alright, we got a unique attack on this time. Gravity Ball. Yep, climb that. Hey, let's go down the stairs, and we are back in Sector 7, finally, after all that traveling. Hey, we gotta head over to the plate support we saw earlier. Yep. Standing, but it looks like there's a fight going on. And Barrett's all the way up there. The rest of Avalanche is there too, but wait. Oh no! It's Wedge! Shoot, we're gonna have to go up now. There's also going to be in charge of Marlene too. Alright, save point's like now over there. You can do some last minute shopping here. So we'll buy a tent to heal up. So now let's head to the save point and use a tent. Alright, we're fully healed like after that. Okay, let's fully equip ourselves and make our way up. Oh no, it's Biggs. It's her too. We gotta make our way up now. There's Jesse. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with some grunts on the way. Propellers are a bit of a stinger. They should be weak to electricity. Yep. Jeez, these guys are tough. Okay, that's one gone. Dang it. Gotta use regular bolt. Alright. It's two defeated. Let's heal up. Let's heal up after that, after the propeller bashing. Okay, we've healed. Let's keep going up, 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 up. Damn it, Jesse, don't say last. We gotta keep going up. Dang it, one more fight to go, and then we got Bear back in the party. Ah, shoot. 1v2, 3v2. Oh, come on, Tifa, you got steel to increase your accuracy. You gotta hit the guy in the back. That way it doesn't bother us. Yeah, that way I should have bought Tifa's upgraded weapon before leaving. Well, I can't do anything about that now. Alright, got the yeah. Didn't kill, but this should. Well, it killed the one I wasn't targeting. Alright, there we go. Let's heal up with the potion beforehand. I think we might be ending up in another boss battle. Hey, here's Barrett. Alright, time to do some last minute, material shuffling. This should be good. Yep, we're done. It's a guy we encountered before. I think it's Reno? Yeah, uh-oh. That's not good. We're gonna have to take care of this guy, otherwise the pillar's gonna die, or the pillar's gonna crumble. Let's see if I can't take anything from this guy. Oh, I can't steal anything. Pyramid. Uh-oh. So this immobilizes a party member. Whoops. So what Pyramid does is immobilize a party member until you strike it. There you go, Cloud, because of cover. Another pyramid. Nuts on Cloud this time, so let's do that. Whoops. Let's punch it apart. So that way Cloud can be able to act again. This guy's definitely tough. Alright, time to cross slash. 1, 2, 3, 465 damage. My bad, I'm just... apparently it's just free cam. Because I, like, put in a modifier that lets me, like, do, like, controls. Like, full directional controls here. We're stunned... We're now inflicted with stop for, like, taking the electromag rod so many times. So unfortunately, we just got to sit there. Another pyramid on Tifa this time. Okay. Here we go, targeted Tifa, like, properly this time. Okay, I think we beat him. Okay, let's grab everything. Dang, he's getting away. And we have to figure out how to stop this thing, because it's not normal. Ah, shoot, they got Aerith too. Oh man, this is bad. Ancient? Wait, who's alright? Also, damn. Yep, unfortunately, we failed our mission because, yep, the plate's now beginning to break. Now we gotta get out of here. Way over here, there's a hook. Hey, we're gonna have to swing for this. We get out. Just barely though, but unfortunately, everybody on top and the bottom, sadly, Yeah, this scene right here, like, it literally just shows how depraved Shinra is. Literally killing off so many people just for us. Unfortunately, thanks to that, we can't go back anymore. Yep. There's so much stuff knocked over, and the entrance is, well, gone. Yep. Biggs, Wedge, Jesse, and everybody just gone in an instant. Yeah, like, there's no voice acting. You're literally like a field of raw like anguish of this. Wait. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, Tia's having a bit of a conflict of interest as well. Happening here is just devastating. Yeah, we need like find Amira. And so we're now gonna head over to Sector 5. The cloud has something to do with the ancients, like somewhat. Following Sephiroth too. Hey, now before we head down to Sector 5, I want to pick up this yellow materia here. Not sense materia. And pretty much what sense does, it'll let us like it'll let us scan enemies. And show their health, their strength, and weaknesses. And it shows their health and their weaknesses. Okay, side attack. Let's use sense here. Hell House level 11. They're not weak to anything, so we're just free. So we just be free to attack them. Also, if enemies are attacked in the back, like, they'll take extra damage. Which can be handy to know for side attacks. Hey, we're still not in the safe area. Oh, we've been back attacked. Hey, we got a speed drink out of this guy. And we got a high potion robbed. Try and beat this guy before he runs away. Darn it. There we go. We got our high potion back. Hey, bear leveled up. Let's check the speed drink. Okay, that pretty much just a grant haste. Now we see everybody's reactions to the scene. Unfortunately, they're gonna propaganda blame us for this. Hey, let's head over to Elmira. Alright, here's another well-known theme of this game, air steam. Oh, she was over here. The only one. Yeah. Now we get some exposition here. Yeah, as you can see here, like, isn't unhappy for her. Yep. It looks like Aerith and I think her mother? Unfortunately, Yep, apparently Earth's been adopted this whole time. From a lab? That's... Hmm. Some agents have a weird way of like talking about the planet for some reason. Yep. Now I see why is it that, like, Yep. They're after her. Looks like even she knows about the ancients. I don't know about that. I don't know about what he's saying is true, cause, yeah. As I doubt Shinra would be doing it for the Sluns if they literally just decided to drop a plate on them. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So yeah, because she went to like make sure Marlene didn't get in danger. It's not gonna be just for the plants, it's also too for Marlene. I'm up now to find Barrett. Okay. We gotta help her. Okay. And let's take a quick rest for our for all the mana we burned. Alright, fully healed. Let's head down. I'm gonna head over to the exit now to like trigger this next part. Yep. Time to gear up now. Alright, here comes Barrett. Alright, let's get going. Yeah. I can't take the train. So we're still gonna have to go to Market for something. I mean, let's get moving. We gotta make our way back through this corridor over here. Alright, through this, up the pipe, and down these stairs. Wow, no encounter this time. Right. This way over to Wall Street. Hmm. Go there. Hmm. Yeah, apparently somebody took stuff from the sky. Okay, this guy's open. It's the materia shop. And they're selling all the material we've currently, gained this adventure. Though we don't need to buy anything right now. Whoops. It's kind of stuck right there. Okay, no need to go into the gym now. Alright, gotta head over to the weapons shop. This way. Well, in fact, we do need to go here, cause... Gotta upgrade Tifa... Yeah, let's upgrade our arsenal here. Mental Bangle, Metal Knuckle, and some Mithril Armlets. Need batteries. Yeah, let's take the batteries. And let's sell off the Titan Bangles we gathered. Alright. Let's follow them. Hit the wire. Okay, I guess this is our way up the plate this time. This is our way up the plate. Right. We're gonna have to take this way. Alright, time to go climbing. The music set piece too. And as we climb, we'll actually see the true devastation of the sector. Like, yeah, right there, it's literally just smoky debris everywhere. And over there, that's what we need batteries for. Yep. You have to use this. So that way we can move the propeller out of the way. Or line it up so that way we could jump across. Gotta wait for it to stop right at the right point. Alright, it stopped. Now we could climb this up. I don't know, we're supposed to get up from there. Yeah. Do this, there we go. Now we can use the propeller to climb up. Okay, here's another battery spot. You need to climb up here. You were going to jump it, like, at the right time. Darn. Too soon. Too late. Yeah, there's gotta be another timing thing here. There we go. Alright, let's keep climbing. Another battery spot. Reach if we go down here. And it opens up a... That opens up a container to give us an ether. And we're gonna have to go down that way. Yep, go down this way, and then we're gonna have to do the leap again. Now, a good way of timing is, like, if you hear the squeak, that's when you need to jump. Yeah, as soon as you hear the squeak, press the jump button, and press the OK button in order to, like, make it through. And we're gonna have to go around this. Alright, let's keep going up. Alright, and we have made it up to the top of the plate, with Shinra HQ right above us. Alright, let's go. Now this, you can do this in one of two ways. Oh, so that's weird. Yep. Gotta go above floor 60. Yeah, this here is how you can do a decision here. Where you can either go through the front, or you can take an alternative path. Since if you go through the front, you will be at risk of taking on, like, you know, multiple, like, you will have multiple back-to-back battles. But if you take the sneaky way, you can't avoid the battles. And the way to do so is off on this side. In through this door. Yep. We're gonna have to take stairs. I can't seem to escape them. Yep, time to do the stairs moment here. And yeah, again, like, it's up to your personal preference if you want to be either fighting multiple battles or just avoid that entirely and just run up. It's pretty much just like the train tunnel, just a little bit more longer. Yeah, that is kind of true. Like, you know, like if you want to have, like, either do a commotion or become sneaky. And I keep going up higher and higher and higher. Cause, like the mention was saying, 60 floors is gonna be where the special floors are gonna pop up. And I think like everybody's laughing from the. I think everybody's beginning to feel exhausted. Cause yeah, this is a funny moment right here where yeah, your party will begin to feel like, you know, feel some exhaustion. Now, when we get this conversation, you decide to just, like, you know, bust in. The age-old question, are we there yet? Reminds me of the lightning chariot from Kid Icarus Uprising. Literally Pit asking Verdi if they're there yet, but like she just keeps saying no. Okay, ooh, we got an elixir. Yeah, there is sort of a benefit for like climbing up, like since elixirs are pretty rare items, like fully heals your health and mana. Thankfully, this doesn't hurt your health. Like, you know, for just like, you know, going about like, you know, big. We're going like, you know, all the way up these stairs. And still more stairs. Yeah, I'd imagine too, cause like 60 flights of stairs. 60 flights of stairs is like long. But we should be reaching the top. Like, we should be reaching the top pretty soon. And yep, Barrett's beginning to go crazy. Now, what happens if you try to, like, you know, bulldoze your way through? You'll take an elevator, but the thing is that, like, they'll catch you and randomly, like, and they'll, like, randomly, like, drop you off on a different floor before floor 60. And on the floors before that, like, you'll be facing random encounters. Which, if you haven't been getting good, like, on your laws of materia, like, you're in trouble. But anyways, yep. Finally, we made it to the entrance. Alright, let's get going. Unfortunately, we have to defeat these enemies to access the elevators. I mean, thankfully not too damaging thanks to getting some better armor. Okay, they have grenades. Let's see their weakness. Oh. Apparently they're double-shelled. Mighty Grunt. They're almost dead. Okay, they only have one thing to steal. Okay, that's one gone. Let's see if we can't get any more grenades out of these guys. And unfortunately, it's gonna be a chance-based. Maybe a chance scenario. Alright, let's fully beat up this guy. Okay, we got one last enemy to clear out. Alright, there we go. 2 out of 3 grenades isn't that bad. Dang. Okay, there we go. Let's take the elevator now. Oh, we got the key card. Alright, now we can over to floor 60. Alright. Thankfully the guards are asleep, so they won't be able to alert, so we can't get alerted right away, compared to busting down through the front. We're gonna have to go across this way. Now, this one's a bit of a timing thing. You gotta, like, make sure to maneuver. You gotta make sure to lead them all, like, without getting detected. Yep. Wait for them not to be facing, and then press OK to signal it over. If you fail, then you'll get into a random encounter. You gotta wait for those two to move. Alright, now I gotta play another game here. Darn it! Darn it, they almost made it. Now we got a double-sided battle here. Well, that sucked. Take care of the guy behind us. And now we got one less enemy to deal with. Oh shoot, Cloud's gonna get hit bad. Yep. You need shock and steel. Darn, no grenade this time. Shoot, miss. Oh come on, I'm missing all the way. I don't know what that was. You got a tranquilizer out of it. Yep, now I gotta do the whole thing all over again. Ain't time to do this all over again. Gotta wait for them to not face that way. Come on, move. There we go. No, darn it. I meant to run, not walk. Darn it. Yep, this is gonna be a bit of a headache for me. Yep, my bad if I'm being unoptimal, like, I'm making people move. Can't clear out that one. But geez, I'm taking major pot damage here. I might need a heal after this. Okay, roller spin. Ouch. Okay, I'm gonna heal after this. You gotta remember the run button being around this time. Yeah, the double battle is definitely annoying considering, like, you know, literally, like, you're at sort of a disadvantage right there. Alright. Gotta lead him again. Okay, I have Tifa now. Alright, we're home free. Okay, let's get going. Now, we can't take the stairs directly, but if we talk around people, like, we can, like, be able to get in, like, info right here. Yeah, talk to everybody over here. Alright, we got a free key card. Now we can go to floor 62, like, from the elevator. So it's kind of funny, like, you know, like, they're not supposed to say that because the ruckus part is only if you, like, you know, do, like, is if you, like, you know, do, like, a full, if you go through the front. Yeah, looks like the highest is floor 69. Let's move to floor 62. It looks like a library of sorts. Interesting subjects there. Public order. Here, Domino. Let's talk to him. Yeah. If you need a password. Now this is definitely important, like, you do not want to miss a special item here. No, If you want to hit and talk to this guy beforehand... Yeah, let's give him the money. Name of each library. Base division. Scientific. Urban. Gill. And how much money do we have? Okay, 1,899, and there's apparently files mixed up here. Wait, that's not right. It's number 16. Yeah, that's not the right one. These numbers are incorrect. Let's check out the other library, because there's definitely some sort of clue here. Yeah, that's not supposed to be there. Let's check one more hint. We don't have the money. Like, we're completely broke here. See the others, because I think there's, yeah. Now, a way you can sort of cheat this per se, like, like, the numbers sort of, like, qualify for, like, yeah. If you look at the number, like, it should reference in, like, something you're supposed to do, like 1, 2, 6. You're supposed to unscramble letters to create a password, but, it's a guide, because damn it, like, you do not want to miss out on the first optional thing. Alright, here's the password. Yeah, you want to wait. Because you only have one shot at this, you do not want to you don't want to mess up. Now there is an odd book. Yeah, I bet it's gonna take a while, but darn it, I want to get that prize. Because it is possible. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out, like, is this correct? Yeah, hang on, I'm just trying to make sure I don't, like, I don't mess this up. Two. Now I could save, but like problems figuring out where to save, so yeah. Let's try. Best. Ah, dang it! Well, we lost the bonus prize, unfortunately. Yeah. I think I might try this game. I think I might try to save again, like this time with the actual, like, you know, correct answer, because yeah. It's random between every save file, so you do want to save, like, beforehand, because the prize you get, like, is very important. Well, yeah, the next floor at a save point gonna be kind of mad. Okay, so it's not a safe spot, but it's more or less like a big yep, it's a big puzzle room over here. Yep, you're supposed to find item coupons here. Yep, you're gonna have to be playing around with this area like, yep, this area is gonna be a bit of a puzzle here if you want to find, like, all the item coupons here. Here we found a B coupon. Alright, we're in the air duct. But yeah, if it comes to the point where, like, I find the save area, I could just, like, you know, I'm gonna redo this, like, mainly for the save area, because, yeah. What Mirror Domino gives you, like, if you answer the question correctly, is an elemental material where if you pair it with the... if you pair it, like, where if you pair the, like, or if you pair the materia, like, or if you, like, a link material of it, it'll make your weapon, like, deal elemental damage to that type. Like, for example, if you have, like, a fire materia and you use elemental, like, then your weapon will deal, like, fire elemental damage. Which can be handy if you want to, like, you know, farm against, like, you know, species types that are weak to an element. Yep, here's a unique kind of puzzle here. Alright, floor's completely clean again. Yeah, you really gotta be smart with your decision making here on opening doors. Since if you're not careful, you'll just miss out on some valuable loot here. Yeah, this place can be pretty tricky to puzzle, but as long as you don't, like, immediately exchange your coupons, you can, like, take your time in deciding, like, what doors you want to open. And the air ducts do matter. Since I saw there what I did earlier, I was able to access, like, right there. And I think I'm gonna call it, like, pretty soonish, because, yeah, I do want to redo this, like, section again, mainly because of, well, missing out on the reward there. So yeah, I need to have one extra, like, use in order to open that door over there. There's definitely a tricky conundrum, this room. Because I want to have one extra use ready. Well, never mind, I figure out how. So if I do this, yep. Yep, if you do this, like, this exact, exact sort of steps here, you'll be able to get, like, both of the coupons. Just open the two top top doors, then take the chute, go up, and then you'll be able to redeem both of all the coupons. Yeah, just had to make sure, like, yeah, this game's kind of finicky with, like, changing directions right away if you're, like, locked in. Okay, take the B coupon. And now we use our last door open. And we got all the coupons. Now we can take in the air duct. Alright, now we can all click. Now we can do, like, a coupon change now. And let's exchange it. Let's Star Pendant, Force Law, and all materia. And what that all does, Star Pendant gives us poison protection, and what all materia does, yep. More slots, but it does reduce our physical defense somewhat. Ah, yeah, floor 64. Okay, so yeah. And yeah, apparently we can, like, take a breather here. So if you decide to do, like, the guns blazing strategy, you can use the... You decide to go getting guns blazing, like, there's a rest area here. Yep. Or there's a save point if you want to, like, save your progress. But yeah, again, I messed up because I wanted to get, like, Mayor Domino's, like, prize before, like, so now I know, like, to head over here first, and then, like, try my luck on the password thing. Because, yeah, I don't want to miss that one-time materia. Even though that means having to climb up all those stairs again and do the like do the password, but yeah, like it's beginning to get a bit late, and I'm definitely definitely feeling hungry. Plus, needing to get ready for like work tomorrow. Since even though it's the 4th of July, I still gotta get to work. So yeah, like I will try to like actually get my like I will try to do this again to like grab the. Yeah, I will try to do this again to actually grab the special reward instead of just letting it slip by my fingers again. Anyways, yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Like the beginning, cause like you're introduced to the main character, like other characters that become important. And yeah, the game just does not want to stop. Like you bomb two reactors, run away from spies, and then unfortunately have to watch and see like a whole section of people just die. Cause yeah, the game does not pull punches about it. Like they're dead with a capital D. And yep, now we're in the belly of the beast. Like, and oh boy, I really am gonna just maneuver my way through the rest of it the next time I show off this game. Cause yeah, I'm definitely gonna show it off all the way for the story. Like not the side content though, cause some of the side content can be very, very hefty. Anyways, that'll be it for me. Today for me, next week is gonna be a short one because, well, I'm gonna have to be busy with some things, mainly because GoFest is incoming, not this weekend, but next weekend, so I'm gonna have to, work one day on the weekend in order to, in order to use up the least amount of time for work, so that we can enjoy, a next weekend, completely free. So I'll probably only do 2 streams on next week. Anyways, that'll be it for me. Have a good rest of your night and weekend, and also too good 4th of July. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.